Okay, well, I'm going to talk to you about collective intelligence and big data and computer stuff, and that can be really boring. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk it in the world of big pictures, movies, film, and help illustrate what collective intelligence is and how it'll affect quality of care. So let's start with one of the biggest movies ever, Wizard of Oz. Believe it or not, The Wizard of Oz came out in 1939. Yeah, the US population was 131 million in 1939. If we move forward in time to the year I was born, 1971, that's when Escape from the Planet of the Apes came out. And that is not me and my mom. But in 1971, we were already at 200 million people in America, right? 200 million population from 1939. By the time Wall-E falls in love in the year 2052, according to the United States Census Bureau, the US population will be 439 million people in the country. So think about that. The population's doubled since I was born. And what do all these people have in common? They're going to need health care. The demand for health care is increasing enormously. But there's good news behind this. There's never been a greater resource of collective intelligence of all these people. So what is collective intelligence? You may remember the movie Dumb and Dumber. That maybe not be the best example, but we'll let them kind of walk us through the basic principles of collective intelligence. Number one is you have to have data sharing and peer review. In other words, you have to be willing to open up your private data, your little storage, and share that out with the world, and to share that with your partners and with other providers, just like riding a bike together. Number two, to do this, you're going to need open systems. You're going to need shared technology. The concept of open source. It's kind of a new idea in this world, in healthcare. And it's something we're still kind of learning that we could borrow from other industries. My unexpected journey into healthcare, I didn't start out thinking I want to work at a software company in healthcare, right? I worked at a consumer web company, and we use these swarm intelligent algorithms to data mine large amounts of collective intelligence on the internet and social media. And like many big, huge thing when you're trying to be the next Google, it's fraught with danger. Actually, those are venture capitalists, not cave trolls. They're roasting an entrepreneur right now. But the all worthwhile journeys are risky. And in the end, we failed to accomplish what we were going for. But the good news is, it eventually led us to a place where we learned a lot about integrations, open data, sharing, open source. You know, this whole idea of sharing data amongst each other using APIs and clean, easy to use UIs. And as we bring that over into the world of healthcare, we have an unprecedented opportunity in the world of healthcare to share data like we've never had before because of technological change and regulatory change that's happening. So, what are the outcomes should we expect? Well, just here recently, there was a white paper written by the CIO Consortium and the Executive Nurse Council in long-term care, where essentially they are calling on software companies to have more shared data and to take more of what we see in the consumer world with things like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, where this connectivity is so seamless, and bring that over into the healthcare world or in long-term care. So collective intelligence in this world may look a little bit more like providers, like a node structure of providers being able to share data between each other. Something beyond just interoperability between systems, but actually a distributed system or sharing data between everyone in a secure way. To give you a simple example, no pun intended, one way we're doing it at our company is that SimpleLTC basically has tons of data flowing through it going to CMS. So we have millions of MDS records that we're able to data mine and allow other people to come in and look at. So what we do is just an example. You can set up rules, and you can share those rules with other people and turn them off and on. That's just a small example, a simple example of collective intelligence. Now, thousands of providers can share information this way and share the rules that they're using. If you get nothing else out of this short presentation, just realize that we are on the cusp of a giant wave of change. A perfect storm of technology change and regulatory change. Are you going to ride the wave? Or are you going to end up like George Clooney? If you saw the movie The Perfect Storm, it didn't work out real well for the guys on the boat. You don't have to let this kill you. embrace the sharing concept. Encourage your software vendors to embrace the sharing concept and to work together. Encourage open source. My name's Jason Jones. I'm the Chief Technology Officer at SimpleLTC, and we would love you to talk about this. Come by our booth and we'll do some collective intelligence. Thanks a lot.